Listen, I had to
All
help
right,
people
all
make their
right, all
intros to get
right.
this up.
Let's get in here. Gonna open it up. Definitely not anything that Nintendo would not disapprove of. And let me know if any of the sound quality of the game versus my voice needs to be raised or lowered. And I'll wait a minute and let the intro roll as we get people on in here. And that is the Fire Emblem intro. It's a banger. There are only two types of stories that involve dragons. One, how the F do we get rid of these dragons? And two, man, life was so much cooler when we had dragons. Fire Emblem manages to be both of those at all times somehow. This is just the intro stream that you get every time you open up the game. It just runs you through all the different character classes you can get through the game. The game hasn't actually started yet. Sound is solid, but the stream is black. Okay. Oh, so you can't actually see it. Okay, let me. Is it not window? Is the wind. Interesting. The screen's black? Well, that's not good. Okay, let me. Okay, thank you, Mason. Let me. This is the first time I've seen this. I have window capture with the preview. So I see the preview scene is working. Okay. Let me see if this works. Okay. I have it where the preview of the scene is showing, but the program scene isn't. That's weird. Okay, I haven't had this issue yet. Let me get this fixed real quick. Transition button. Oh, okay. Did that work? Okay, it was one button. My bad, gang. My bad. All right. Okay, now you'll actually I'll let the game preview run through with the actual audio now. Once dragons and men coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom, a peace that lasted many generations. All that was lost when mankind disrupted this balance in a sudden onslaught. Man fought dragon in a savage war that shook the foundations of their world. This war was called the Scouring. Defeated and humbled, dragons vanished from the realm. Oh, I did! My bad. In time, man rebuilt a dominion across the land. And on to the islands beyond. A millennium has passed since those dark days ended. And Fire Emblem! So, like I said, most fantasy stories can be split into two categories. Man, the world was so much more magical when we had dragons, and how the F do we get rid of dragons? Fire Emblem somehow manages to do both in the same story sometimes. So this is a preview of all the different character classes you can have in the game. And since this is the first Fire Emblem game that released outside of Japan, it thankfully has a very long tutorial in a sense. Basically, the first campaign of the game is a long tutorial. So the good news is I can basically introduce everybody to the main mechanics of the series at a decent pace with the game because it's not going to immediately throw me into an insanely difficult chapter. But I can also throw in, for like Parker, I can throw in some cool statistical stuff that the game does and some high level stuff for anybody who is aware of the series at the same time. Thank you, Sabrina. I'm not gonna lie, I saw A, C, and R and I was like, Erica. All right, and let's get straight into this now. Funny enough, this information is actually really important in some games. In this game, I don't think it is. So I haven't actually played this game, but I do know a lot of information about it from other games. Like, not only are a lot of mechanics carry over from previous games, but also like there's character archetypes. So like there's always like the first cavalier, the first like mounted horseman you get in games. Sometimes I'll see a video where it's like comparing, oh, in some games you get a really good one, some games you get a really bad one. So I do know information about certain characters in this game by proxy of videos like that, but I have not played this game or anything like that. So in some games, your birthday is actually really important. In Fire Emblem Three Houses, you get a birthday gift. So sometimes you'll see people very shrewdly put their birth date as a very specific day to maximize how much they get out of it. And this one, it doesn't matter. I'm not even changing my name. I assume you guys don't want me to voice act every character. And let me know if I'm scrolling too quickly through the text. You know what? Just as a treat, I'll voice act. I'll voice act some of the characters, some of them. Like how am I supposed to pronounce Sacae? Like the localization on that one was something. I think that's low key what it is supposed to be. Sake, Sakan, these. I don't know. Bandits. I want to help. Oh, I'll help all right. But I'm gonna. My character's asking to help, but he's not going to actually fight. He's gonna armchair quarterback this one. I'm gonna armchair quarterback and strategize for one person. Go get him. So this is actually something that's kind of important. Good guys are blue, bad guys are red. I'm basically a non-character. My character doesn't actually do anything here. So it just said player phase. So basically, I make my turn, then the enemy gets their turn. So a lot of this game is about manipulating what I think the enemy is going to do in their turn. Blue is anywhere I can move to, and red is anywhere I can attack. This is a melee character. She has a sword, so she can attack one tile around where she can move to. Oh no, it's a scary man with an axe. So, fun fact, I'm going to do a little bit of a peek behind the curtains. Stats. So, it's a lot of. This is a scary screen, but it's actually quite simple. There's the good thing about Fire Emblem is it's as complicated or uncomplicated as you want. You can either look at the buff guy with an axe and be like, hey, he's buff. He's probably really strong and really slow. And know that, yeah, his strength is 5 and his speed is 2. So he is really strong and really slow just by looking at him. You know, he's a big buff dude with an axe. Or you can look at his stats and be like, oh, he's specifically 1 strength stronger and then 7 speed slower. So it's like, the game kind of tells you already just by looking at him that it's going to be a slow unit. But you can be a nerd and math it out as much as you want. Fun fact, this is a tutorial level, so this is actually all scripted. I legitimately would not make this decision if it was not a scripted fight. It pulls up the fight preview, and so my character has 16 health, enemy has 20. I have a 100% hit rate to hit him twice, 7 damage each time, so I'm going to do 14 damage to him. He has a 40% chance to hit me for 10, which is more than half my health. So I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it as I can't kill him in one turn. My turn is going to be over, then he's going to get a turn to attack me first. He has a 40% chance of hitting me the first time, 40% chance of hitting me the second time. You know, 0.4 times 0.4. He actually has a pretty solid chance of killing me. Which is, you might say, oh, 0.16 isn't that high. You do it 100 times in a level, you're not making those chances that often. But it's the tutorial level, so he's going to miss me. Because he's stupid. See, if he had hit me that first time, he basically had 2 coin flips. If he hits 2 coin flips, I die there. And that's how you know this is a scripted level, because there's no way they would actually let the computer get away with 2 coin flips at killing you on your very first level, and then everybody rage quits the game. They give you a vocab lesson on what a gur is. Apparently it's a round hut. The more you know. This is a very instructional stream. Very educational. This is a game that came out in 2003. So it is, yeah, I really should. So it is, as you can imagine from the sprites, this released on the Game Boy Advance. It's pretty good sprite work, like the combat animations and everything. This is a pretty artistic game for a Game Boy Advance. And I'm gonna go smack this guy. Oh man, look at that haircut. That's a 2003 haircut, all right. Oh, he gave himself an alliteration nickname. Good for him. Mark, if I fall, I want you to flee. Considering this is the tutorial level, I have a sense that Lynn is in fact not going to die here. Imagine. Imagine she dies here and then I just had to make friends with this guy. This is actually the main character on the left. And that's the crit animation for this character's sword attack anyway. There's a crit animation for each weapon and each class, so there's a lot of very specific animations that they took the time and effort to do. Yep, and this is giving you the very crucial information that you level up when you get experience. This is a thing that's different about older Fire Emblem games. All of them are all objective Cs. Basically, every single one, you actually have to either a throne or like a chair, whatever it is, get to a certain escape point. You actually have to get the main character to a certain spot at the end of the map. It's not just kill all the enemies. And if you have any questions, just call them out. Otherwise, I'm just going to be explaining things as I see them during the tutorial. I'm trying not to immediately go super off the deep end, but if like Parker wants a more in-depth question, I'll answer it. Oh, permission from her parents. Did I skip past something? Hey yo? What are we what are we talking about here? Oh, her parents are dead. Should have saw that coming. Should have seen that one coming. Ah, they were sexist. The classic blunder. Joop joop. Yeah, Jupiter's pretty familiar with Fire Emblem, so there's actually some really interesting differences between like this game and some of the newer ones. Pair indeed. I must become stronger so that I can avenge my father's death. What is this, an anime? Hero's journey hits every time. Yeah, she says she'll be our peerless warrior, but unfortunately, she's not even the best swordswoman in the game. Hate to see it. That's the prologue done. Look at this cool map. Ooh, horsies! Horsies, we're about to get our cavaliers. I decided to start with this one because it's the first Fire Emblem released outside of Japan, so it's like a good starting point. Plus, like, I haven't played this one before. Plus, it's pretty easy to screen share because I can hook up my Game Boy Advance to this. Green for Jablaine, so true. Girl in the big city, and who does she meet? Oh, my heart! What a dazzling vision of loveliness! Oh yeah, she meets the Green Cavalier, the classic. Would you not favor me with your name, or better yet, your company? I can't do that voice for this entire time. I would hate myself. Home to men of passion and fire. Ooh, scandalous. Ah, you're right. No, I can't do that one. I can't do that one. I can't do that one. Wait, please. And then there's the Red Cavalier. Ah, Kate, my boon companion, why so severe an expression? I know that, but how could I remain silent in the presence of such beauty? It would have been discourteous. Excuse me, you're blocking the road? Damn, she's sassy. I can see why people like this character. Just like the slow blinking and the sass is just a very funny combination. Damn, she's cooking. Damn. Somebody make this a PFP. I'm not you. I'm him. Yeah, so some of the new Fire Emblem games, like in between levels, you go back to your base, you customize your characters, blah blah blah. Old Fire Emblem games, it's level, cutscene. So like there's no all the planning of your characters is like who you play each level. There's no training you can do in between levels. Like whatever you do on each map, that's all you get. Makes it more difficult in a way. These men are out for blood. Oh, they make it very easy to tell who the bad guys are. Aren't you the pretty one? Your name is Lentus, is it not? Basically, he's a thug, and we all know that thugs use axes. They'll explain the differences between axes, lances, and swords in this chapter, I think. They'll probably introduce the weapons triangle. You know, whenever you get whenever you get a pair of Cavaliers, there's always the womanizer and then the serious one that has to deal with his bullshit. I think I know which one is which in this. Alright, now we got some actual units. This is almost an actual level now. So I'm not just an armchair quarterback commanding one unit, which doesn't exactly qualify the main character as a tactician. Yep, and this is a fun thing about Fire Emblem. Almost every single time, the only character that actually needs to stay alive is the main one. Them dying will cause a game over, but almost everybody else is a resource. You will simply lose them for the rest of the game. All right. And now we can take a look. So, Sane has 8 strength. He's a strong boy, and as we can see from looking at this, you can look at their stats, their equipment, and their skills. So, it's kind of confusing, but thankfully, this game's design is immaculate and it tells you exactly what everything does. Strength, purely just how much damage you do. More strength, more damage. Skill increases your hit chance. Speed helps you dodge attacks and also helps you double or not get doubled when in combat. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you what luck does. Luck helps. Defense just reduces strength-based attacks. Resilience just reduces magic-based attacks. How much you can move. Constitution, this is something that works a little bit differently in each game. Basically, how fast you are in combat, your attack speed. In this game specifically, Constitution is basically how heavy of a weapon you can carry. So let's look. This weapon weight is 8. So since his Constitution is 9, he can carry that lance without it slowing him down. If his Constitution was 4, it would slow him down by 4 points of speed. So basically, your attack speed is speed minus Constitution over weapon weight, so if there's any difference there. So you can increase your attack speed by either using a lighter weapon or increasing speed. So you can have somebody with basically no Constitution, like the skinniest Victor Wembanyama you've ever seen, but if they're fast, it literally does not matter. And so, this guy, we're going to go attack him. And this is probably going to introduce us to the weapon triangle by making Sane, the womanizing cavalier, look like an idiot for not using the weapon triangle. Yep. They're going to make me attack a guy with an axe with a spear to teach me how stupid it is. As you can see, it went poorly. Yeah, he's an idiot. So the funny thing about Fire Emblem is when a unit misses because they have low accuracy, you can literally call it a skill issue because their skill isn't high enough. Alright. Okay, so here's the weapon triangle. Swords get an advantage against axes, axes get an advantage against lances, and lances against swords. And also, flying units have a disadvantage, like bows do well against flying units, obviously, and then there's a couple of other interactions depending on the games, like sometimes dragons are weak to magic, etc. Sometimes Pegasus Knights are actually resilient to magic, because they're pretty ponies or something like that, I don't know. The bonus you get in each game varies a little bit, but in almost every single Fire Emblem game, the weapon triangle is a thing. In this game, you get +1 damage per hit, and you get increased hit percentage. I think the exact number is 15% hit increase, which is really, really useful, especially as you'll see on the map. All these tiles, like there's a ton of forest tiles just all over the map, and just standing in one gives the unit on it 20% avoidance. And as you can imagine, dodge tanking in Fire Emblem is... it's a thing. So we're going to use a sword here, and it's going to look so much better because Kent's not an idiot like the other guy. Yeah. Yeah. So since she has the weapon triangle advantage and she's in the forest and she's a fast unit, this guy is only going to have a 16% chance of hitting her, which is basically a 0% chance. The weapon triangle is really nice because it gives your units variety and it also gives weapons variety because there's a bunch of different classes that in older Fire Emblem games, this one specifically, each class can only wield certain types of weapons. Like these big buff dudes can only use axes. And so it makes weapons more than just, oh, this one has more power to it, this one has more weight to it, more hit chance to it. It adds that variety, so it makes more sense to have a variety of weapons on your team. And it also is what makes Cavaliers absolutely busted in this game, because as you can tell from this screen, they can use lances and swords, and that's 2/3 of the weapons triangle, which means 1v1, they can always win the weapon triangle advantage on your turn. Problem is, whatever weapon you're using on your turn is what that unit will hold for the rest of their turn. So if you walk up to an enemy who's wielding an axe and hit them with a sword, but then that enemy unit is surrounded by a bunch of his bozo friends who have lances, you might get cooked. Yep, and this is introducing the fact that woods give a ton of avoid. Alright. We're gonna gang up on this guy. Alright, 26% to hit. We should be good. Hiding in the trees. They are in the trees. That is the strat. So yeah, so like when you need to cover distance to get near an enemy, you may not use your entire movement and instead go one tile shorter so you can stay in the woods so you don't get absolutely destroyed by enemies. Now here's a concept that's going to be interesting. Who do we give XP to? Hey, I've been injured! What a cad I am! Haha! To wrinkle that perfect brow of yours with worry for me! Okay, I like Lynn. I can see why people like her even though she's not that good of a unit. She's just funny. Yeah. And an action you can do is you can trade on your turn. This guy is so unserious. But he has a really good attack and he's a Cavalier, so I can't get rid of him. Yeah, no heals yet. We don't have any healers, so We're gonna be chugging potions like an alcoholic. Sorry, vulneraries. No, not potion. Vulneraries. However they're pronounced, I don't know. Yep. Yeah, and as if Cavaliers weren't busted enough with their further movement, they're on a horse so they can move farther than other units, they can use both swords and lances. After a lot of actions, they can use their remaining movement. So, yeah. In this game, they can't move again after attacking, but in some games they can, which, as you can imagine, is absolutely busted. In modern Fire Emblem, Cavaliers are kind of absolutely horrible, so it's very surreal going back into some of these older games where they're actually usable. Gonna scroll through that. Okay, now it's letting me actually play the game. Okay. So another little fun fact is, let's take a look at our units. Yeah. Oh, Pegasus Knight soon. Yeah, Pegasus Knights are basically horses, but better. So, level 2, level 1, level 1. Fun fact, units are not Pokemon. Whenever they level up, let's take a look at their stats. So, Lyn has strength, skill, speed, luck, defense, resilience, right? Those are her 6 main stats. Every time you play this game, she will not, gain 1 strength per level, or, every time you play Pokemon, they're going to have X amount of health, disregarding IVs, etc. at the end. In Fire Emblem, characters have growth rates. So Lyn has a % chance for each stat to level up. So it's entirely random. She could, hypothetically, not level up any stat for the rest of the run. Granted, that's not going to happen. So that's another thing that's important about characters is Lyn has, every time she levels up, 70% chance to get another point of HP, 40% to get another point of strength, 60% skill, 60% for a point of speed, 55 for luck, 20 for defense, 30 for resilience. So she is not going to be tanky, but she's going to be very fast and have a lot of skill. So she's going to try to dodge tank. Now, here's where you look at characters and you go, okay, she has 5 strength right now, Saint has 8 strength, Kent has 6. Okay, Saint has 8 strength right now, Kent has 6. You can't sit here and go, Saint is always going to be stronger though, right? Because Kent might have double the strength growth that Saint does. However, it looks like Saint does have significantly higher strength growths than Kent though. So Saint looks to be the strong Cavalier, while Kent is more the accurate and kind of tankier Cavalier. So you kind of want to know which one is which for your strategies. What I'm going to do, I'm going to preview what an attack would look like here. Okay. This guy could hit me twice and she wouldn't die, so I'm going to hit him. Alright. Yeah, more Cavaliers the better. Cavaliers are just too good in these older games. And I am going to get some XP to Kent. I want to get my Cavaliers as much XP as I possibly can. Yeah, so sometimes, like, which characters are better than others, you might have, even if you know exactly how good each character is in a game, like if you're going for another run, you might go, oh, I like Sane more than Kent. I'm going to keep Sane and bench Kent and not use him in later chapters. But Kent might just get better level ups, and you might have to adapt to that. So every single run is different, and that's what makes it a little spicy. Now I'm going to check. I don't want to accidentally move her into enemy attack range, though I don't think this guy will move. And I'm going to move my defensive cavalier into a forest where this guy will see him and attack him. And then me and my buddies will gang up on him and beat the crap out of him. Alright. Okay, it looks like this guy will in fact not be attacking us, so we can... okay, I need some chip damage. Okay. That's fine. And last hits give you a lot of XP. And it's like Pokemon, the closer you are in level to the enemies, the more XP that character gets. So if you're... Oh, that is horrible! So you know what I just said about percent growths? I didn't get anything good out of that level up. That was a horrific level up. Oh my goodness. I think Jupiter just vomited in her mouth after that one. Ugh. I'm sorry you all had to see that. That was disgusting. Okay, he's going to attack him here. Alright. I also blame Ninja. This is very much Ninja's fault. That was horrible. Okay, I got some chip damage. I don't want him to possibly die. Okay, this will bring him within kill threshold for Lyn. I want Lyn to get the last hit on this one. And also, weapons have durability in this game. Not in every game, but in this one they do. Bubble. Blast. There was only supposed to be a lone girl. Blech. And she gets a level up. Please be a better level up. Please, I'm begging on my knees. Okay, that's an okay one. That's better. That's better. She didn't get any strength, which is the stat she really needs, but... Oh, look at that. That's cute. Kaylin, in search of someone. Oh, they're looking for somebody. Is Lindis actually a super special princess girl? Oh. She actually is. Okay. Guys, who's this Lindis girl? Lindis could not possibly be Lyn. These are two separate people. I don't know who they're talking about. They got the wrong girl. Lindis, Lyn, honestly, I barely even see a resemblance. Lyn, are you dumb? Lyn is like, sorry, bro. You said there was somebody named Lindis living alone on the plains. I'm just Lyn living alone on the plains. Like, couldn't possibly be me. And why is she acting dumb then? She was literally called Lindis as a kid. Bruh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So classic, the Marquise younger brother is upset that there's an heir now, so he's gonna. Okay, so we just gotta cook the Marquise's younger brother. No problem. How many Cavaliers could that take? Two? Oh, we're besties, Lynn. You sassed the you sassed the man on the horse. We'll get along just fine. A small altar lies on the outskirts of Bulgar, like Bulgaria, but without the yeah. A grand inheritance. What's more than being a marquis? A sacred sword, chat. Chat, I think I know what she's getting here. Lynn couldn't possibly pick up a holy sword here. Old man, stay where you are and hold your tongue. Threaten me as you will, but I'll not give up the Manikati. The Manikati is a sacred blade under divine protection. Oh, okay, so it's literally sword in the stone. Okay. Alright, alright. What good's a sword if you don't use it, you know? I hate to agree with the guy who's very clearly in red and therefore the bad guy color, but he makes a good point. Maybe this is the real hero. A swordsman of your skill. What level could you possibly be? Level 4? This is like map 2, bro. Man, you've been you've been judged, you have been measured, and you've been found wanting. That's crazy. Sacrilege! Yeah, you're so right, Jupiter. Sacrilege indeed. Oh, what a nice young lady. Help a band of local ruffians stealing the sword. Like, why would they be worried about somebody stealing the sword if the sword doesn't budge unless you're worthy, though? You know? Like, what's the problem then? It ain't moving. Unless they got a jackhammer and they're taking the sword with them and the stone with them. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, though. Alright. Time to visit some homes. Oh, it's gonna force me to. Okay. Let me click. There we go. Blah 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 blah. Okay, don't care. She couldn't have possibly said anything important. Mountains make it more difficult to hit, but it's hard to traverse. Yep. Can't cross them on horseback. So true. And this is another good reason to have Cavaliers, because they can visit houses and then use the rest of their movement after, so you're not wasting any efficiency of your movement. The Manicati? I don't know how it's pronounced. Oh, Skinwalker would have a field day about the sword choosing who can wield it. He loves that Monty Python joke. Okay, fortresses are basically a terrain that's even more powerful than a forest, because it's not only a heal spot, but it's also defense and avoidance. So yeah, they're pretty cracked. I basically put myself right here and sit down and I'm all hunky-dory. Problem is, okay, because I blocked him, now the bad guy can't sit on a fort. If he had gotten to that fort, I would probably be cooked. But now I don't want any of my other units to enter his attack range, or else he'll attack them instead of the guy chilling on the fort. And that would be a waste of putting the guy on the fort, because then he's not getting attacked. Yeah, that didn't do anything to him. Oh my goodness. And he's going to heal up. There we go. Seize the throne. Okay. Sword-bearing mercenary, and I'll use a lance. Got it, got it. Okay. Who is... Lan's level 3, Kent's level 2, Sane's level 1. Okay, I need Sane to get some XP. Here's some walking XP. There we go. Honestly, I could go on the offensive with my other units, but I kind of just want to draw these axe users to the fort instead. That's more efficient. As long as my other units don't get in attack range. This is called enemy phasing, where you mostly rely on manipulating the enemy AI to do something silly goofy on their turn. The danger to doing stuff like this is if this was a map where every 2 turns more enemies spawned, you obviously would not want to just sit back like this. And that's going to be a level up. Please give me some strength. Oh no! These are disgusting level ups. These are gross. I'm getting cooked. Yeah, for reference, let me pull up the exact numbers so I can describe how disgusting these levels up are. Saying growth rates. So like I said, each stat has its own percent chance of increasing by 1 each level up. Let me add up all the growth rates. So basically, if I add all the percentages together, that should tell me how many total stat increases I should get per level up. Sane, 0.8 plus 0.6, plus 0.35, plus 0.4, plus 0.35, plus 0.2, plus 0.2. Yeah, I should be averaging 3 stat increases per level up for Sane, and I got 2 there. Yeah. Ugh. Ew. Alright, I'm gonna level up Lyn and just deal with the consequences later. Okay, this is another classic Fire Emblem moment. There is a giant building that we can't enter, but there is a crumbling wall. So we're going to knock it down, but I don't want to do too much damage to it because I don't want the enemies to go through it on this turn. Okay, because we're out of range of any of them, none of the enemies are going to move. Okay, he has 5 movement. So I want to put somebody tanky here. So I'll actually put Kent, the tankier guy, here. He'll just take an extra turn to break the wall. Okay, there we go. They have axes, so I'm going to attack with the swords. So I have the weapon triangle advantage on this next turn. And I could even... Well, I guess I could have broken the wall and then put somebody here. But I'm just gonna chill and let him take this attack. He won't take any damage from it, really. I'm gonna let him chill for a minute. Okay. 33% to hit. And it's actually, fun little Fire Emblem fact, is actually statistically a little bit lower than 33%, but I'll explain that another time. I think that's a little bit too advanced for now. That's unfortunate, but not a big deal, because I can defend Lynn by putting my other Cavalier in front of her this turn. None of the enemy have any ranged weapons. What? Speed and defense? This is the disgusting stuff we talk about sometimes in Fire Emblem. This is gross. This is absolutely gross. Oh, and I had the wrong weapon equipped, so that's what happens when you're stupid. Unfortunate thing about the Cavalier sprites is it always looks like they're holding a lance, so it's hard to tell what weapon they have equipped sometimes. Okay, gonna bring Kent in here. Okay. Alright. This guy, okay, he's level 3. His stats aren't actually even anything to be worried about. I'm just worried about killing him in one turn. Yeah, I'll be fine here. Okay. I just need... What do you mean that's a green lightsaber? So true. I mean, when you're in the attack screen, in the attack animation you can tell, but when you're on map view, like these guys are both using swords right now, and you can't tell. It looks the exact same as when they're using lances. Okay, 75% chance to hit. And if he doesn't hit, he won't die. And then he has a 78% chance to hit. Okay, so that's two 75% rolls. I only need one of them to succeed. This should be okay. I would like to have better stats than that normally if this was a harder map, but for this map, I will play it a little dangerous. And yes, betting on either of two consecutive 75% chances to roll is considered risky play in Fire Emblem because of how often you get screwed on stats. This should be a level up for Sing as well. Alright, please give me some stats. Okay, strength! At least, you know, it wasn't a great level up, but at least it had some strength in it this time. I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Okay, and then like I mentioned, basically all these maps are actually capture the point. Oh, and that's also another thing. Capturing is an action, not, you can't just be on the point. I accidentally hit wait out of habit. You have to hit seize. On the bright side, we're about to get a better weapon. Okay, so this guy, is sealing the sword so that only those worthy can. I don't understand. They're like, oh no, they're gonna seal the sword. Also, only those worthy can even draw it. Actually, only the chosen one can draw it. But we're also worried that somebody's gonna steal it. And I'm like, but then wouldn't they not be able to grab it? Like, I don't know, man. I want to be so worried about it. Be like, yeah, come and try it. It's glowing. You're right, Sabrina. It is a lightsaber. It is glowing. Sabrina, Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. You are disgusting. Seek help. All right, we got the Monikati. It's the Sword of Destiny, but it has durability like every other sword, so don't use it too often. Not Kent calling out the sword cliche. Ooh, cool map. Yeah, they do blink. It's kind of unsettling, but it makes Lyn look even sassier, so it's cool. Oh, really? It's actually kind of a step back graphically then. That's rude. She's just a girl. But she has the armchair quarterback with her. She'll be fine. I tell her who to kill. And I tell her not to attack the lance users and to hide in the forest, in the trees. Oh, the Marquise's brother is poisoning the Marquise. That's something. You can tell he's evil because he's wearing red. Fire Emblem. And you know when the bad guys wearing red aren't evil because before the map they go, man, I wish I wasn't here right now. And then you recruit them. Oh, it's a Pegasus night! Oh, let's go. We're about to cook. Flying horse. Oh, the Talaver bandits were the one that ruined her village. Okay. Less than 10. Sorry, Lynn. Maybe if you were educated enough to be a Marquise, you would know that it would be fewer than 10. Sorry. Actually, I think it might be less than 10 when you say less. Well, never. I just wanted to actually her. Being correct is irrelevant. Ah, she's got some shades of Daenerys to her. She was like, I'm gonna cook them. All I'm saying is, sword, girl on the plains, hidden inheritance, dragons. This is basically Game of Thrones. The exact same quality of storyline, too. I am not voice lining. I'm not voice acting the lines of the people harassing the women. I'm not doing that. Some sort of commotion. Kent, you are very observant. Extremely. Of course, the only two women in the game so far know each other. Damn, she literally landed on some bros. That's crazy. You gotta watch where you land. Sorry, dude. Convincing argument, but you're wearing red. That means you're bad. Oh, that's a lot of. Oh, okay. Okay. That was significantly more of them than I was expecting. Okay. I'm actually going to have to look at the map this time. Alright, and that looks like the worst class in the game. Archers! Woo, can't wait to get my hands on an archer and do absolutely nothing with them and then bench them immediately. Villages are being attacked, okay. I think there's a lot more dialogue on these early levels than in later levels because the later levels are just so much longer that the proportions are a lot more gameplay heavy. Oh, is this guy an archer? I don't need any of them. Can I get like a useful class instead, please? Like a thief or a bard, dancer. Oh no, he is an archer. Boo. Boo. So you might be thinking, if getting hit by the enemies is so bad because, there's more of them and, if they have any crit chance you can die and permadeath is on, so they can play a lot riskier than you can, wouldn't ranged weapons be really good? And that is true. Ranged weapons are really good. Bows are horrible because like hand axes have 1 to 2 range. So if somebody runs up to you and gets in your face, you can still attack at close range. Archers kind of lose to everybody in the weapon triangle because all you have to do to kill an archer is attack them like a normal enemy and they can't defend themselves at all. Like, at all. So it's an entirely, like, your phase character, which means it's just not good. And also, they would also be good if they actually, any of the archers that you get in the game had any strength. But you're about to see, like, they just don't. Like, they make him look good here. This is as much damage as he does in the entire game. Now, you might go, wow, 9 damage. He doesn't have that much movement. Here's what a Pegasus Knight can do. She can go everywhere. She's so much better. She is so much better than an archer. She could just go, alright. Walk up to this dude. And they're fast. Doubles him. Doesn't even need to use the second hit. Bada bing, bada boom. And also, they can just completely... The problem is, they don't get the benefits of terrain, but they also don't get blocked by terrain. So she can just fly over all of these walls. Now this guy over here, I'm going to just check the enemy's range. Yeah, this is why archers are bad, because I'm just going to walk sane up to this guy. They're also slow. Let me check real quick. Yeah, this guy only has 3 speed, and his bow weighs 5, and his constitution is 7. Yeah. Like, Sane is not a very fast unit, and he doubles this archer. This is why archers are bad. That archer did absolutely nothing. He didn't even get an attack off this level. That's why they're stinky. Yeah, I don't blame you for forgetting you get an archer there, Jupiter, because you probably didn't use him for the rest of the game. Like, this guy's gonna do absolutely nothing. So I'm just gonna bring her. Nobody can attack her. Okay, we're good. Visit here. Hey, free money! My favorite! 2,000 of it. Damn! She's rich. And flyers can also move after taking a non-combat action. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kent. I'm just gonna bring her up here. I'm gonna bring Will along just in case I need some chip damage, but I'm not gonna feed him any XP this level, or any level. Alright, they're going after Florina. Ooh! I didn't see that archer. But look, he only did 2 damage. That's why archers suck. Like, I got caught off guard, I wasn't paying attention. Literally did nothing. Okay, he doesn't have any ranged attacks. I should be okay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not good. Okay, but he can only do like 2 damage to me, so I'm fine. Alright, I'm going to fly over here. Okay. Now, the thing about Florina early is she hasn't gotten all of her speed up so she can dodge everything yet, and if she takes any damage at all, she'll die immediately. But once we feed XP into her, she'll be absolutely insane. But I am not taking any chances with her, so I'm sending her all the way to the back for now away. I'm not making her fight 2 people at once, no matter what level those guys are. out of range of that. Kent would get attacked by this bandit, but this bandit... Okay, this bandit is not going to double me, and his strength is only 4, and his iron sword, so he's going to have an attack of 9. Here's some math. And Kent is pretty defensive. His defense is 5, so I'll be okay, because he'll only do 4 damage to me. 3 if I have my lance equipped, I think. No, 4 damage, yeah. I should be A-okay here. I'll see the exact number. I can't remember if it decreases your own weapon attack if you have a weapon triangle disadvantage, or if it only increases the person who has the advantage. But the problem is, I didn't realize this guy was also in range. I might have actually just killed Kent here. Oopsie. Actually, no, I'm totally fine because only one of them can attack him. I didn't miss. Okay, I thought I miscalculated for a second. We're good. Now that's the problem. He'll still be okay, but I would have preferred if the other guy attacked first. No worries though. Okay. Going to check their movement. Okay, none of them can get over here yet. I'm going to kill this guy and let Kent go to our back line. No chance that this guy hits Lynn with the weapon triangle advantage. I made some oopsies this level, so I'm going to make sure I play extra safe here. It's been a while since I've played one of these. Okay, all the way to the back. Now, what I might actually do is, this guy has a sword, I have a slim lance. I might bait... When you don't want to fight a group of enemies, what you do is you go within the attack range of one of them. Hopefully, she'll be okay there. And I'm just gonna chill here. Yep, there we go. Lynn is good while she can double. The problem is later in the game, enemy units stop getting doubled by her. She is really fast though. That's her one saving grace. The problem is, she doesn't do damage later. Okay, that's good. He didn't hit us, so I should actually be within single range here. The problem is, the enemy that's at full health is an axe user. Let me see what combat with him will be like. He won't kill us. So I can kill this guy here. Because I have a 100% hit chance. We'll be cooking. That should be some XP for Florina here. I don't know if you know this, Jupiter, but do you actually know some of the differences between the overseas releases of this game and the Japanese version? There's actually some pretty major gameplay differences, if you're aware of them. Ooh, that's a crit, baby. I mean, it doesn't kill, because she doesn't do enough damage, but we'll take it. It's still a fun animation to watch, so it's always satisfying to see. There's some quality of life changes, but actually gameplay-wise, effective weapons, so like how there's rapiers do extra damage to horses. In Japan, those weapons do 3 times damage. Overseas copies, they only do 2 times damage. So they're significantly worse And also some boss enemies, probably as an add-on effect of those effective weapons being weaker, uh, have different stats. Like the bosses are technically easier. Yeah, it does make it. It kind of sucks because on one hand, it's a nice tool, but on the other hand, effective weapons. I don't want to be sitting here scrolling through every enemy and being like, oh, this guy had an axe hidden that does super effective damage to one of us. Like, it can be kind of annoying. Okay, I don't have great hit chance, but it's enough. I need to get Florina some more skill stats, so let's see what she gets here. She's probably the most important. Oh, that's amazing. Strength and skill. That's huge for her. Florina's probably the most important one to get levels in these Lyn chapters. The Cavaliers will be good no matter what, but Florina is probably the one who needs to get past the. I mean, every Pegasus Knight has that dies early issue, so getting her past that is going to be important. Okay, do I need any of these? I'm not sure if I'm going to need any extra of these. I won't do anything yet. Let me see what this guy's range is. Oh, okay, he can just walk up in there. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to bring Will there. I fat-fingered him one space further than I expected. I'm gonna move you completely further out. Oh, cheap viewers, how do I... There we go. Okay. Thankfully, he didn't... When they have this shield icon next to them, they usually like to stay on the same spot they're on. I'm gonna test that a little bit. Hopefully I don't get punished for it. Yeah, I'm just too popular, Jupiter. I'm sorry. Too many bots. Yeah, you tell him, Sabrina. Do you have any questions so far, Sabrina, about why I'm doing certain things? Basically, like, why I level up some characters and not others? Okay, that should be some good chip damage. Damn, he called us a wench! That's crazy. This guy says we have honor, we merely sell women instead of killing them. That's crazy. Alright, he's down to 13 health. I don't think Florina's fast enough to double him. Oh, she is. She just doesn't do damage. Okay. Okay, I could give the kill to Sane. I think I'll do that. Well, actually, no. I want to try to give the kill to Florina. Lyn should chip him down to 1 HP here. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, he almost one-shots Florina. That's crazy. Excuse me. You're gonna die. Florina's hilarious. She's about to end this man's entire career, and she's stumbling and fumbling, trying to be like, can we not? Well, that was easy. And there we go. That should be, oh, almost a full level up. Almost. She's afraid of men, and she wants to join mercenary groups of men. All right, interesting. Defensive chapter. All right, time to put Sane in front of the entire enemy squad and just have them tank it. Sane and Kent. We just included Will. Will's not even a part of the squad. We were just like, yeah, Will. I guess Will is part of the squad now. I mean, he can really stay at home if he wants to. I don't need an archer. Which is sad because one of my favorite characters from the most recent Fire Emblem game is an archer, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh no, we can't let the womanizer get closer to Pegasus Knight. This is just asking for horrible things to happen. Keep him away. Will's just being brought along for the ride. Oh, he's broke. Will's broke. Sucks. All archers are broke, let's be real. Have you ever met a rich archer? I haven't. Ooh, off-brand Europe map. I'm joking, but that basically is off-brand Europe right there. Alright. Man, look at that guy's jawline. What happened to him? What happened to bro? It'd be like that sometimes. Mewing gone wrong. You're so right, Juke. Alright, we're gonna sit here in this base. Ceilings are optional for our nighttime abodes. As long as we have at least 2 walls, we are chillin'. Damn, bro really tried to cozy up with the hussies and then got immediately put on night watch. Alas. Oh, this has defensive map written all over it. You're so right, Jupe. Fire Emblem localizations are so weird because you have the NPCs' names who are like Natalie, and then Sane is a name. Okay, her husband's involved in something dangerous. Dorcas. Dorcas. What kind of a name is Dorcas? Literally a dork. He's probably an axe user. There's no way somebody with a name like Dorcas isn't an axe user. A stupid axe user who can't land hits. I swear to God, if this motherfucker's name is Dorcas, average axe user face right there. Yeah, probably is. One of the bandits' name is Dorcas. You're right, Carjiga. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like the localization of these games is so funny because you have the woman's name is Natalie, and then the enemy's name is Carjiga. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, the problem with defensive maps is we don't have a healer yet, so that makes this a lot more difficult. I might actually need to use my archer for this. Oh, well, there's Dorcas. Okay, he actually looks like a normal person. And here's another classic Fire Emblem rule, Sabrina. If evil, why hot? If you see a bad guy and they don't look ugly, they're probably recruitable. And it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. Bandits. If Mufasa was you don't. We need to PFP this man and send his face to Ninja. Goals to protect a special character is a set period of time. 7 turns. Okay. Alright, a defense map. Okay, the game is basically teaching you how to turtle. Okay, I gotta protect here. Problem is, they have a wall here that they can crumble and attack from. Do all these units only have axes, though? That's what I want to know. Axe, axe. Sometimes they have multiple weapons, but I think these should all only be axe users. Where's Dorcas? Where's that? Okay, he's right here. Okay, I can just go talk to him with Lynn, probably. Alright, and I'll put my, since Lynn has to go over there, I'll put my sword users here, so they have weapon triangle advantage. And they're also pretty tanky. Then I'll put this girl here. And now we wait. Oh, he has a hand axe. Okay, he missed. I'm not sure if I want to recruit him now. If he's going to have accuracy like that, skill issue. Okay, can't level up. Another horrible level. Oh, these are just disgusting level ups, to be honest. Okay, they are immediately attacking the wall, but it's going to take that guy a while. It's going to take him like 5 turns, so I think we'll be alright. Okay, this will be interesting. Oh, but the archer can also attack, so it's actually going to be like 3 turns. Okay. Alright, time to go talk to the hottie. Yo, you big strong dude, get over here. If you're evil, why are you hot? But guys, if he captures his wife, then he'll be able to pay to protect his wife. It's that easy. Simple math, really. No, this is the thing, Callie. No no Fire Emblem character that's hot can't be recruited. Only only the bad guys are ugly, especially in the older games. It's not even exaggeration. Like these guys, like look at this guy. Look at how ugly this guy is. This is the bad guy who was not recruitable. This is the guy who is recruit. I mean, it's this screen isn't doing him justice. You'll be able to tell in like the dialogue screens, but it's literally how you can tell which characters are going to be recruitable. It's like when you're playing an MMO and there's like one character that has a much more detailed model than all the other ones. You know that they're going to be like plot important because of it. Alright, let's smack this guy. Oh, crit, baby. He's never going to do that again. They got to make him look cool to make up for the fact that the guy has like a 50% chance to hit any of his attacks. Axes are notoriously like low accuracy weapons, which is why enemies use them like in the early levels to make it easier for the player as they're learning the game. Plus, the main characters usually are sword wielders because, you know, good guys use swords. So it gives them weapon triangle advantage. But they're just so inaccurate, and that's just not what you want for your units. Even if they have really high attack, they're just slow and inaccurate in some games. In some games, axes are super busted because they always have the most attack out of any of the weapons. So they're either busted because they can hit, or they're absolute horrible because they're inconsistent. There's no in between. It's pretty hard to balance. I am going to... I'm going to bow off with this guy to cut down how quickly they'll be able to take out this wall. Okay. I honestly... if I kill them, then the next guy... Yeah, I have to kill these guys this round, or else when they attack, I'll kill them, and then the next guys will attack, so I'll get hit twice. So I need to take them out now. Okay, good level up incoming, please. Alright, there we go. Some actual stats. Okay. And a fun little Fire Emblem moment. This is true for this game. It says 44% chance to hit. It's not actually 44% because it's 2 RM and not 1 RM statistics. So in Fire Emblem games 1 through 6, so all the games only released in Japan, the hit chance was exactly what it showed on screen. So 30% was actually 30%. In modern Fire Emblem games, except for the most recent, very recent ones, it's more of an S curve. So 10% hit chance is more like 3%, 90% chance is more like 98% chance. And that's because humans are bad at probability. And so when we see 90%, if we actually fail that 1 out of 10 times, we're like, man, this is crazy. That doesn't feel right. So they made it a bit of an S curve. It's not that strong of a curve. So this 44% chance is still like 43%, but it is slightly affecting the odds. So that's just something to know when you're calculating your chances in each combat. But it's part of why dodge tanking is so good, because you have to make your evasion units at least be able to be hit. So if your dodge tank, all the units around them have a 0% chance to hit them, they're all just going to completely ignore them and go after the other units. But if that percent chance is only 5%, they're still going to get attacked, but it's still basically a 0% chance to actually get hit. And that's why you gotta keep them right at that chance, and it's a really complicated math sometimes. But sometimes that's the trade-off with complication stuff and like crazy stuff, because on one hand it's like, oh, here's all the math behind it, and on other times it's like, I make the pony go fast and then I throw her into an entire crowd of enemies and she kills everyone. Like, it just depends on how you see complicated things. Alright, that should be good. Kent should be alright. This is a pretty... I'd be absolute toast if all of these enemies had hand axes. Thankfully, only the recruitable enemy had any, because Fire Emblem. Hand axes are absolutely busted, because you can use them at 1 or 2 range. Okay, this archer is going to kill himself on will. There we go. It's tough because I want... Oh, okay, there's some enemy reinforcements. That's the first instance in this game. Yeah, they will break this wall. Problem is, if Will gets the kill on them, then Will gets XP. And that's a waste, because I'm not using Will. Problem is, I can't use Florina too much on this map, because if I use her to attack anybody, she'll get attacked and then she'll die. So that's my problem this game. What I'm going to do is, and the bigger problem is all these guys are axe users, so they have... Let me see what it would be like here. Yeah, they all have a pretty good chance of hitting her too. That's the problem. Okay. I'm going to put this guy here. I still want to be greedy. This is dangerous gameplay, but this is the difference between playing the level versus playing the campaign. Playing the level would be just keeping the Cavaliers here and letting them get all the XP, but I do really, really, really want Florina to get levels by any means necessary, even if she's going to get cooked here. Let me just make sure none of these guys have any hand axes. Okay. She's going to one-round this enemy, so she's not going to get hurt by him, and she will be able to survive 1 round of combat with this next guy. But we get this level up, and that's what counts. And it's a strength level up. Nice. I need more speed on her, but getting those strength growths is absolutely imperative. I'm not going to have Will tank any of that. What I will have... I'm going to have Dorcas bait this archer away from the boss. And since he has a hand axe, he'll actually be able to counter the archer. And I'm going to have Lynn just chill here for a second. I feel like there might be reinforcements. Oh, yep. I didn't see that guy. I'm going to have her go kill him. Ooh, that was actually pretty good odds for him. But she doesn't take any damage from him. Hiding in the bushes. It's like Fortnite, Fire Emblem, same game. You just hide in the bushes. I see absolutely no difference. This is also very simple levels compared to what you get later in these games, because this entire campaign with Lynn is basically a tutorial campaign. There's 2 other campaigns in this game, one with Elliewood and one with a big guy with an axe. Hector, yeah. I saw their names on the cartridge. Okay, she's going to die. And yeah, that archer did some damage, but now you walk up to him. And that's why archers are bad. Lynn, level up. More speed, please, and strength. She needs strength! I like all these other things, but if Girlie's at 5 strength for the entire time, she's not going to hurt anybody. Like, if they send an armored unit in one of these upcoming levels, she's literally going to do 0 damage. She's not even going to be able to touch him. Oh, sad. Okay, Florina's at 10. Okay, I can't use Florina here because even if we kill these guys, this guy might be able to kill her. This is a level 2 bandit. Level 2 bandit. Okay, and that guy's actually stronger. Yeah, I don't want to use Florina here. So what I'm going to do is bring my dudes back over here. I know, I said I want to do this. I'm going to give some XP to Will. It's truly a dark day. And I'm going to get greedy. The only reason I'm giving XP to Will is so I can give additional XP to Florina and get away with it. Alright. Put that guy there. I'm going to use my vulneraries here, just to top them off. Alright, there we go. Oh, it looks like maybe constant reinforcements from the top right of the map. But as long as Lynn keeps getting XP, I don't care. I'll just keep her over there. I do want to kill this boss to get the XP from him. I don't know if the level will end after the 7 rounds of keeping this girl safe, or if it'll trigger like that boss rushing towards her, but either way. I'm just gonna heal her up. Don't care. This might be a bad play. Let's see. The wall's really low here. I'm gonna heal her up and have her defend the left side with the archer. And I'm gonna have Dorcas come down here. But I need to keep him out of the range of this guy. Okay, there we go. Okay, I am 5 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm out of the range of this guy, so I should be able to attack for some easy XP. And it's time for my favorite thing to do. I'm hiding in the bushes. Why defend the woman when I can simply hide in the bushes outside of the place defending the woman and defend her doing that? It's simply the better strategy. Don't defend the woman, defend the bushes around the woman. Out in the boonies. Florida gaming, so true, Jupiter. So true. Yeah, Insane's actually pretty evasive because axes are bad. You get that plus 20 avoidance from being in the bushes and then plus 15 from the weapon triangle advantage. Plus 35 avoidance is nothing to laugh at. It's quite a bit. Okay, wall is almost dead. Okay, I do have to watch out for these reinforcements, unfortunately. Thankfully, none of them are within the range of Kent, so he should be okay at this damage threshold, taking out this guy. And I'll keep Sane in the bushes down here to deal with the reinforcements coming out of the bottom left. Skill and defense, very nice. And HP. And then once I heal Kent up, I'll have him take this bush while I send Sane after the boss, probably. Though I might have Dorcas go after the boss depending on how his stats line up. Alright, now this is where things get weird. I think I will simply do more chip damage to this guy for now. Hopefully Florina doesn't die here. If she does, skill issue, I suppose. Ah, Will level up. Watch him have a great, yeah, of course Will gets a great level up, but that's just fantastic. You don't have a axe, do you? Okay, just a normal axe, no hand axes. Cool. What you got here? Steel axe? Ooh, he's got a good weapon. It's not great. That's not great. Let's see if I can chip him. Why are they so tough? He doesn't know. He doesn't know I'm here to kill him. Hopefully I didn't trigger reinforcements by attacking the boss early. Because if so, Kent could be in trouble. We're gonna find out. Thankfully, Lynn is handling the top right of the map, so she should be okay. Lynn plus bushes equals victory. Should be getting some nice levels for Sane as well. He's fast enough to double. Okay, the wall is down. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Okay, I actually do decent damage to this guy. And he can't hurt me at all. Oh my goodness. This guy sucks. No wonder he hasn't been able to hit the wall. 2 damage to the Pegasus Knight? Bro, you're garbage. Freeload. I'm not even having my archer over there anymore. Okay, your turn down here. Just in case. Oh, this is the last turn. Do I not get the XP if... we're gonna find out. Hopefully it gives me a turn to kill this guy. If not, I'm gonna be disappointed. I should at least get some XP from killing these guys with Florina. You should level up off of this. I like how the Pegasus lands on one hoof. It's pretty cute. That's not great either. And this is why I prefer base stats to growth rates. Alright, that's the end of the level. And we get the Axe User, who we will use exclusively against Lance guys, and then maybe never again. I hate that smug face of it. I mean, like, I kind of love it at the same time, but he's just a guy. I'm pretty sure there's also a character in this game literally named Guy, though, so he's not just a guy. Unlucky. More bandits, bro. What other job occupation? Yeah, see, Callie, this is a guy who's not recruitable. You can tell because he's missing his front teeth. And he needs to go to the barber. Ooh, okay, we're getting a mage and a healer this level. That seems to be the theme of this tutorial. Basically, every level you get a new character, and it's like a new class to teach you the ropes. Since this game is basically the introduction to the entire series for everybody outside of Japan. Okay, they got pink and purple hair. Oh, bro's name is literally Urk. What a time to be alive. Urk. Is Urk good, Jupiter? Mages are either really good or really bad. Is this one worth leveling up? Let me look at his stats. I mean, he's going to be usable just based on the fact that he's the first offensive magic user we get. Okay, he starts off with a fire tome. And he's fast enough to double because fire tome's pretty light. Okay. I see the vision. But I think I am going to save the stream for here for tonight, since this will probably be looking at the map This won't be a super long level, but the levels from here on out are going to take a little bit longer, and this is as good of a time to stop as any. And next time we will start right here. So let me just options. Let me just save the game here. All right. Yes, woo, Sabrina, woo. Thank you, thank you. And the further we go, a lot of these are, like I said, basically tutorial levels, so there will be a lot less on-screen text, and it'll be a lot more me actually having to like play the game. Because eventually, my units will be about there'll be about like 15 of them, and there'll be like maybe like 60 enemy units on the screen all at one time. So it gets really spicy even on these older games. For now, it's basically just telling me what each character does. But thank you all for watching. Ciao, ciao.